Okay, we are back. We have a situation right here. They have to wind the switch because these are contact switches, which have spring frogs. Austin Barker's on the ground lining the switch so that they can get us over to the main track. Ed's over there on the side of the tool car Art Lockman, checking the clearance so we can get over to track 1, which is the main track. Over here is the United Oil Refinery. They gave us fuel this morning before we left the yard. There's the CT van. Signal now has turned red. 844 is clear. You're going to hear the whistle in a little bit as we go across Highway 46 crossing. We're going to go down to the lower level in a little bit once we arrive at Clover Creek Bridge, because they have to take 844 off because there is 26,000 ton weight limit. 844 weighs 28. She's too heavy, so they have to take the first 5 cars of the train off, and then the diesel will pull us across. There's the bull down there. He's flagging the crossing. And here's Gooding. Right there's a cable that they just installed. They're installing these signals right here. In Gooding, they still need to do CTC work. The crossing signals are old, and they just replaced the CTC signals here at Gooding. The signals here at Gooding have the old clang bells on them. The new ones need to have whistle bells on them, so they're compatible with the CTC system. Over here is the Gooding County Rodeo Grounds. They're practicing barrel racing over there right now. And here's my crew. And this is me. And that's my grandpa over here. Okay, we just crossed Colorado Street. We are leaving Gooding, headed towards Fuller. We're going to give my brother Yukam a noisy wake-up call. But before that, we had to uncouple the engine so we can get across the bridge. Okay, we're going across the Wood River. The Wood River does not have a weight restriction, but Clover Creek Bridge does, so they're going to take us off. There's a couple rail fans over there. Now we're crossing the 4800 West Railroad crossing outside of Gooding. Over here is the Cheney Garage. This is where they store all the buses. It's owned by my good friend Richard Cheney. He takes care of the buses, and he also replaces mufflers over here. This is where Gooding goes, or all of those in the Magic Valley that they had to service their buses. We're also passing the Gooding feedlot. Over here's the United Metal scrapyard. Most of the old track that you saw on the ground, they're taking it over here. Over here is the Gooding County lumber yard. They're making wood chips right here. Normally they take those over to the dump, but they decided to do it over here this year. Here is the Gooding County treatment plant, and also the city maintenance yard. You don't want to go swimming in that. That's sewer water. Those buildings up on the hill is Gooding Regional Airport, runway 257. That's where I did my first flight back in 2007. In a couple minutes, we're going to be crossing over 1500 South. There is the Littlewood River right there. We're going to cross over that in a bit, but first we have to cross over Clover Creek Bridge because we need to get to the other side. The problem with Clover Creek Bridge is there's a weight restriction on it. 26,000 tons, 844 weighs 28. So they have to take out the first 5 cars on this train, and then the diesel is going to take us across. We're passing the halfway signal at milepost 3390. And we are now rounding for a curve. We are now crossing 1500 South. In about 30 feet, they're going to stop the train, and then they're going to uncouple us and take the first 5 cars across the bridge. Over there's the windmills and the town of Fuller, Idaho, where my brother Yukon lives. Okay, we're slowing down because we're approaching Clover Creek Bridge. They're going to have to uncouple us because 844 weighs 28,000 tons. And she's not going to fit across that bridge. So they're going to uncouple the first 5 cars on the train, and then the diesel's going to take us across. You can see this train start to stretch out as we go around Forward Curve. Over there, Dusty's bombing fields and doing flybys of the airport. He might fly over us in a couple minutes. Of course, if you watch the movie Planes, Dusty is a crop duster, and that's what that thing is. He's gonna buzz us. That's Gooding Airport's way of giving us a farewell salute as we leave town.
Yes, I am. You're sleeping. No, I'm just daring.
Hey, there's a cross out tree. A flag! Whoa! Oh, Aaron's right there.
That's probably one of the crop dusters right there. The crop dusters are giving us a flyby. One's on our right side, one's on our left side. Gooding Airport is giving us a farewell salute with their crop dusters, and they're circling the plane as we leave town. Right now, we're about to stop the train on the Clover Creek Bridge. Because 844 weighs 28,000 tons, she's not going to fit across that bridge, so they have to uncouple us, and then they have to take the first 5 cars at the head end of the train off, and then the diesel is going to pull us across. Right now we're about to cross over 2800 south.
And everybody's here too. Look at all the, look, Grandpa, you see all these people chasing the train?
The signal at 4 has given us a flashing yellow. 844 is going to stop here, and then they're going to uncouple us so 844 can head up to Fuller. And then the diesel is going to pull us to Fuller because Clover Creek Bridge has a weight restriction of 28,000 tons. 844 weighs 28, so they have to uncouple her. When we get to Fuller, we're going to reattach the train, and then we're going to give my brother Yukam a noisy wake-up call.
Oh, they gotta go real slow.
There's some more rail fans right here. Okay, we have arrived at Clover Creek Bridge. They're going to have to uncouple us because of the weight restriction. I'm going to head to the front of the dome and watch the whole operation.
I'll talk to the 6931. Hello, 6931. 6961, okay. We'll get a red zone both with the UP844 and the 6961 with UP Kirk Clark. Red zone set and centered here, just short of 342.3 over on the main.
On the other side of this curve right here is Fuller siding. at Clover Creek Bridge right outside of Fuller. It has a weight restriction of 2,600 tons. 844 weighs 28, so we're going to have to uncouple. Over there is Union Pacific Maintenance. My friend Jim Lance is down there on the ground. He's going to pull the pin, and 844 is going to uncouple from the train and go around Fuller Curve to Fuller. The diesel is then going to pull us to Fuller, and then we're going to reconnect the train and head to my hometown of Bliss. We're going to have to do this leapfrog operation one more time as we head towards Glenn's Ferry, because we had to cross Clover Creek again over there by a siding called Ace. Ace is where the crossovers are. Is outside of King Hill, and that's where they originally went to double track. Today, double track begins at Tyska, 2 miles west of Bliss.
16-hour days, the last night we were out here 23 hours. I had no idea they were sending you out here. I was surprised to hear they sent you out last night. Oh, we got to build a helper bin underneath here, 3 of us. So,
Union Pacific Maintenance is down there by the bridge, trying to short up so 844 can go across. Because the bridge is out, 844 has to be uncoupled, and then the diesel will take us across. This is the one hurdle in about 6 that Ed Dickens has to deal with, trying to get 844 into Idaho. That bridge has a weight restriction and it is out. They're trying to short up, and also Fuller siding. So they're going to have to uncouple us, and then 844 has to go across light. This is going to take a while. I'll be back with you in a minute.